Hey, what's up everybody? This is Dom, and today I wanted to bring you a quick review of Android Wear, LG's G Watch, and the Samsung Gear Live. I realize everyone is waiting for the Moto 360, and don't worry, I'll have a review on that in the near future, but I think it's important to evaluate these initial offerings to see if Android Wear lives up to the hype. First off, as far as design goes, these smartwatches aren't anything special. Let's be honest here. The LG G Watch sports a very simplistic design and is reminiscent of a Pebble Steel in some ways, while the Gear Live looks a lot like Samsung's Gear 2. They both feature a metal and plastic body, are IP67 dust and water resistant, have replaceable straps, always on displays, and the internal specifications are good enough to get the job done. But if you'd like to know more about the full internal specs, be sure to check out my G Watch versus Gear Live comparison using the link down below. The real star of the show here is Android Wear. By default, you have the normal things you expect on a watch like the time, a stopwatch, timer, and alarms, but Android Wear is obviously meant to be much more than that. Essentially what you're getting here is Google Now on your wrist. Android Wear is in its very beginning stages of development, and honestly there's not a whole lot going on with it at the moment, but it's gaining traction and is far better than I expected and definitely more developed than other wearable platforms at first launch. At the end of the day though, the main benefit here is getting notifications on your wrist. Sure, we have a good amount of third-party apps available at this point, and numbers are growing every day, but I really found the notifications to be useful enough for myself. Though I did rig up my G Watch to automate things around my house, but that's a different story, and if you'd like to know more, check out the home automation video linked down below. Now, Android Wear notifications are organized as cards, and they can be easily navigated with swipes. Voice recognition can be used on the watches to perform quick Google searches, make phone calls and text, reply to notifications, and set alarms or reminders. Both the Gear Live and the G Watch are one-day watches, carrying a small battery, 400 mAh for the G Watch and 300 mAh for the Gear Live. You'll need to make sure you charge these every day, but I found that it was easy enough to get about a day and a half out of it with average use. That's not really a deal breaker in my opinion, because I can't think of one reason that I need to have the watch on overnight. Now, Android Wear as a whole is a great platform, and I'm actually surprised with how fluid and put together everything feels, and I'm sure things will further improve and change as more products enter into this space. But at the moment, I think Android Wear is the best and most solid platform for a smartwatch at this point in time. So are either of these smartwatches a worthy purchase? Well, that depends on what you think about the Moto 360. As far as software functionality goes, the Moto 360 isn't going to do anything different than these two smartwatches already do, but it is packaged in a more premium housing and definitely looks much better, but you'll be paying for that premium look. Currently, the LG G Watch is priced at $229, while the Gear Live will set you back $199. And to be honest, I think it's worth the money if you don't care for the Moto 360. But you'll probably find a few helpful apps to use on them, and notifications on your wrist is a very convenient thing to have. Along with that, you do have access to Google Now right there on your wrist when you raise it up, and you can say a command and get a result just like that. It is a very, very handy thing to have, and I've learned to live with it and actually like it a lot. Ultimately, the choice is yours, but based on design, I chose to wear the G Watch as my daily over the Gear Live. I just like how it fits on the wrist, and overall it's pretty comfortable. But be sure to let me know what you think about these two Android Wear smartwatches down in the comments section below, and leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, feel free to subscribe for more reviews like this in the future, including my Moto 360 review. Thanks again for watching everybody. This is Dom, and have a great day.